want to remind Speaker Moses Wetangula that any woman elected in the National Assembly is not a mama. Any woman elected in the National Assembly is referred to as honorable member. Mamas are languages that are used to bring down the women's status in the society. Mamas are called to us whenever we are in our homes. But when we are in parliament, we are honorable members of parliament. Wamama viva! Viva! As a woman leader in this country, I want to register my disappointment with the government of the day.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your greatest support. I have to appreciate you guys. I have to thank you for the support that you're giving me, the support, the liking, the subscribing, and everything that you're doing as far as Bonita Media is concerned. Without your support, this channel cannot grow and it cannot be where it is. We are almost at 15,000. Remember, our journey is at 15,000 before the end of this month, which I know that we are going to hit. I would like to talk about something here that is very fishy going on, which is so much good, by the way. Personally, I feel like this is the best way, or this is one of the ways of showing that you are a leader who doesn't take nonsense, or maybe you are a leader who doesn't depend on other people's approval before you do what you want to do, or before you do something. It also shows that you can stand on your own. I'm saying this because of the decision that WAMUCHOMBA, Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino, Caleb Amisi, together with this guy, together with Kibagendi, has taken, forming their own political party. I think it is still secret. We don't know what's going on, but one thing I believe, or one thing I know, is that there is a political party that has been formed, and WAMUCHOMBA has given it a name, which I'm going to talk about in this video. But before that, let me quickly remind you that if at all we are meeting for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well like, you can again share, drop me a comment in the comment section, telling me where you are watching this video from and how these videos are reaching. If you're within the country, as I normally say, that tell me which part of the country you are, or which county you are watching this from. If you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country, or drop me the flag at the comment section so that I can figure it out by myself. But please subscribe. Let us get to the discussion. Before talking about the issue of WAMUCHOMBA, Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino, Caleb Amisi, and Kibagendi, there is something that happened in Kisii, and somebody asked me a question. One of my friends here asked me a question that right now we are seeing a lot of accidents happening, whereby it started with the KDF chopper. Iliwa karibu watu wenye walikuwa hapo wote. We all know, we all had what happened in Kisumu, Kisumu Kakamega road, whereby a bus killed almost 30-40 people of the same family when they were coming from a barrio around Coptic. A lot has happened. There's coach killing people, you know, a lot of people dying, train and all that. So this season, this August season, has been a season whereby people are dying, road accidents and all that. But now, the question that this person asked me was this: that why is it that the government, being led by Kithure Kindiki, will decide to go and take people from Kisii? Of course, you know, we know that this issue of empowerment, status of empowerment, is not bad because they know why they are doing it. We can't question them why you're doing this, because they know at the end of the day, they know what they are achieving, or what they're going to achieve. The main achievement is very simple. What they want to achieve is they want to show the world, they want to show Kenyans that they are working. And right now they have to look for different places. No, they can't concentrate in Nairobi because they know very well that people of Nairobi have already rejected them. So they have to go to pale vijijini, lazima wende vijijini. They take mothers, they take grandfathers, you know, those old people, they bring them to Nairobi, take them to State House, so that during the time that the election will approach, they will say that at least watasema kwamba tulienda, at least kuna mtu mmoja ambaye alitupeleka State House. And you know the reason why William Ruto is trying so hard to do the issue of empowerment at State House is this. You heard what the Gen Zs, or what those guys said when wakati ambapo walienda State House, that for the first time there is no any president who has ever allowed Kenyans to step into State House. So that is William Ruto's target. Wacha asifiwe kwamba mimi ndio nilikuwa rais wa kwanza kupeleka watu State House. Are you seeing? So that is what is happening. He wants people to praise him. That is the first person to take people to State House. So he can do it. If given another chance, he can do it even more. He can even make State House. You know, mtu mwenye amezoea uongo anaweza kudanganya. Atasema kwamba mkinichagua tena nitafanya State House ikuwe kama choo ama kama nyumba yako. You can get in and out as anytime you want. But mark my words, even the young people when you walienda mambo na empowerment, mambo na motorbike, the boda guys, right now if they make a mistake of going to State House, they will not be allowed. They won't. Utaulizwa umekuja kufanya nini? First of all, you'll be asked, who are you? You will not tell the security, the GSU that tulikuwa hapa juzi tukaambia tunaweza kuja anytime. No. They will not even hear you out. What have you come to do? So in as much as we are doing these things, let us try as much as we can to look at the end result. What is the end result? Can we be doing this thing every day? Okay, if you've been told to go to State House, will we be going to State House every day? If we can't go to State House every day, then there is no need of somebody lying to us that is going to make our life easy and we can access State House the way you want. It is so much different. Now, this issue of people, citizens or people from Kisii traveling or being school buses being hired so that they can use those buses to come to Nairobi. It is not bad. But my question is this. What if, the point is, what if road accidents happen and these people dies? A very simple question. What if these people dies during as they travel? Because huwezi ukajua ajali itatokea wakati gani. And mark you, we also have to know the rules and regulations of using a school bus. A school bus only caters for if an accident happens. If an accident happens and you as the public, you're using the school bus, nobody will care about you. There will be no compensation. There will be no. In fact, insurance doesn't cater for the public. What insurance caters for? Insurance caters only for the students, for the school bus, because they know, the government knows very well and the insurance knows very well that the school bus is only supposed to carry students. Nobody else. No, some in fact not even school staffs. No, in fact what I normally believe, and that is why I remember even during the time that we were in high school, if there was supposed to be maybe a function that needed or required staffs to go, it will be a meeting that maybe some students must go with them. If it's a meeting that if it's a function that requires 15 staffs, there must be one or two ways of making sure that students, either the students' leaders are also there, so that in case anything happens, it will be said that they were going for a school function because the students are already in the bus. So this issue of traveling, I've said that it is not bad. You keep on doing what you're doing, but you're putting the lives of those who you want to vote for you in the next election at risk. Because what if something happens and what if the accident occurs? Who will take care of them? So those are the kind of things that we're supposed to look at. Now, getting into what I wanted us to talk about. I want us to discuss this issue of Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino, WAMUCHOMBA, Kibagendi, and Caleb Amisi meeting together. It is not the first time they're meeting. They met in Western during the time that Caleb Amisi, I think, organized an Arambe, something like that. And they also met the second time, that's 2 days ago. And this is what WAMUCHOMBA said. Let me just read for you what WAMUCHOMBA said. That catching up with the Kenya Moja team for tea. Hashtag at Senator Edwin Sifuna, at Babu Owino, Honorable Kibagendi, and Caleb Hamisi. And as you can see, there is a photo of Caleb, there is a photo of them there. I want to say this. This happened in Western, if I'm not wrong. There is something that these guys are trying to tell us. Because if you try to look at this structure, who is Edwin Sifuna? Try to look at Edwin Sifuna, come to Babu Owino, come to Caleb Amisi, come to somebody like Kibagendi and WAMUCHOMBA. These are people who are against this government. You try to look at their positions, their MPs and a senator. Edwin Sifuna is a senator. Kibagendi is a member of parliament, and also actually all of them are just what is now differentiating all of them is that there are people who are against the broad-based government. Remember the statement that was made by Caleb Amisi. Caleb Amisi said that he will not seek re-election on ODM ticket if ODM join hands with William Ruto.
Ambia baba hivi, nimwambie simwambie. Niambie baba simwambie. Mimi Caleb Amisi. Ukiamua kuunga mkono William Ruto, baba, that will be the end of me and you, amen. Iko sawa. Nirudie. Mimi Caleb Amisi. Kijana wako wa pekee. Kijana amekupigania. Nikapigwa tiaga. Karibu nikufikie kwa gari. Wakina wengi wakaniacha. Karibu kitoto mtoto mdogo akufe. Mtoto amezaliwa bila baba. Amelelewa bila mama. Amenang'ana akakuwa mbunge. Awamu ya pili anakuambia sasa ukiunga mkono William Ruto itakuwa mwisho wangu na Raila Odinga. Itafika. Na mimi naisema mchana peupe. Na kama nitaanguka kura kwa sababu ya kusimama kwa ukweli. Kama mmekubali tuunge mkono, mtaniunga mkono with or without William Ruto.
And that is the same stand that Edwin Sifuna has. Of course, Babu Owino have not said anything. Edwin Sifuna is in as much as is SG of ODM. His stand is this: he will not support anything to do with the broad-based government.
I am telling you, personally as Sifuna, we want a government that will respect the rule of law, that will respect human rights and the dignity of the people of Kenya.
Does this government do that?
This government surely does not. This government is killing the people. This government does not listen to the people. This is the worst possible government. If you go back to the spirit of the Constitution in 2010, this is the worst possible government we would have envisaged. It's the direct opposite of what we wanted. So I hear William Ruto has succeeded in bullying these guys in the opposition, Kina Kalonzo, into, he says, these people just say one term, they don't have any agenda. I want William Ruto to know that his removal from office is a national priority agenda. It is the only agenda, because his government is totally opposed to everything that this constitution stands for. And I want these people to be bold. Don't be bullied. You don't have to, he wants to push you into a corner where you're discussing markets. Tell Albert Ojwang about markets and roads. In my ranking, removing Ruto is top. It's even higher than getting a second terminal at JKIA or dualing Malaba to Mombasa.
And how would we do that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's talk about that, because there's those calls for one term.
Yeah.
The president, on the other hand, calls those calls unconstitutional.
They are not unconstitutional.
So,
these terms are granted by the public. I've told you we are the sovereign. Yeah. If we decide to give you one term, we will give you a term. If we decide to give you half a term, we impeach you. I mean, it is in the Constitution. And you can also resign midway from public pressure. We have seen it happen. We have seen it happen that governments have collapsed under the weight of the pressure of the people. Because once people have rejected you, they have rejected you. It is a constitutional way to remove somebody midterm. Yeah.
And one of those would be impeachment, as you said.
Correct.
Do you think Parliament is sufficiently independent to do that, if that is what the people would ask them to do? And you sit in the Senate, which would be a very important player in this. Personally, if he was sent to the Senate, I would impeach him without blinking.
the way the other one who was sent to us was impeached.
If ODM wants to support William Ruto in 2027, fine, but he will not be part of that. Babu Wino I've not said his stand, but of course we know him. He never attends this meeting, but you know, action speaks louder than word. Babu Wino never attends these meetings of the broad-based government. You know, in fact, he has even accused the government of mismanaging resources and increasing the cost of living.
They were being given 30,000 to impeach Gachagua. Where was that money from? So where did the corruption start from? The executive.
And okay, now let us go to WAMUCHOMBA. WAMUCHOMBA is a rebel. He is a rebel with the government side. He has really rebelled with the government side. We know that he was elected under UDA, but she has really rebelled with this government. Just the other day, she was given a suspension of 20 days from questioning, because she was questioning. She wanted to know a lot of things of on CS Murkomen. Remember the issue of the quarry dumping site, where a lot of women were found dumped, and the security agencies said that the suspect alitoroka. So there was this issue that how can somebody run away? How can somebody escape under your custody? Which hapo pia hao watu walitucheza.
Mr. Speaker, I refuse to sit in this house to listen to the cabinet secretary confirm that his ministry cannot be able to capture suspects who were previously under their arms and custody. I refuse to sit in this house, Mr. Speaker, to listen to that kind of an explanation.
You are already sitting in this house.
Yes, I'm refusing to listen to the answer he's giving. It is not right for the cabinet secretary to come to answer a question and tell us that the suspect disappeared and is not giving us hope. Which hope is he telling the people, the victims? What hope is he promising? Is he telling us that we are going to wait for the suspect to disappear forever? It has been 3 months since the suspect disappeared, Mr. Speaker. Those are families that are paining, grieving loved ones. We watch on television bodies being retrieved from Kware, this dump site, Mr. Speaker. The minister cannot come here and tell us that he wants members of public to help him identify suspect who was previously in their custody.
So you see, WAMUCHOMBA is a rebel. She's not a rebel in a bad way. She's not a rebel because she's one of the people that wants answers, just the same way we need answers. She's also demanding for answers, but these answers, there is no one that is giving them out. Suppose maybe there was somebody who was giving these answers. Any moment there's a question that is being asked, they give answers. We will not be having all these problems every now and then. Lastly, we have got Anthony Kibagendi. Anthony Kibagendi is an MP from Kitutu Chache South, who was elected under ODM, but is shifting cooperative with the government. Is trying to also reject the cooperation with the government. So
Kenyans have been going through a terrible phase. For those of you who read the Bible, in Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in power, the people cry, the people mourn. We made a mistake as Kenyans to be hoodwinked by one gentleman, William Samoei Ruto, who lied to us as the church, who lied to Kenyans as hustlers, who lied to Kenyans that he will transform this country. This gentleman has gone on to overtax Kenyans, to bring about levies on housing, where he's making business opportunities for his friends. He's deducting from the payslips money for SHA that is not working. They intentionally destroyed NHIF so that they can create opportunities for their friends in SHA which is not working, which is not providing the necessary social health to our people. If President William Ruto can put Kenyans through such agony, through such unfair treatment, destroying the higher education funding model, destroying the education sector, every sector we have industrial action.
In other words, I'm trying to say that all these people, you see, Kibagendi is an MP from Kitutu Chache South. and it's simply that he's really closely working with William Ruto's allies, MPs recently. He's really working with the Ruto's allies, which is not bad. But then, you know, everybody must have his or our own reasons why he or she is doing what he's doing. But one thing I have to say is that try to look at Kalba Misi is a strong opposition of the current government. Edwin Sifuna is a strong opposition of the current government. Babu Owino is a strong opposition of the current government. Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA is a rebel, critical insider, and then Anthony Gibagendi, corporate or soft opposition. He's just there. Now, before I give you a chance at the comment section to tell me what you think, I think you've heard what WAMUCHOMBA is saying. WAMUCHOMBA is talking about Kenya Moja team. Kenya Moja team, what does that mean? Does it mean that these people have decided now that they're going to form their own political party? Because from the look of things, ni watu ambao wanaelewana. Look at their stand and then try to look at those other people. It means that watu ni watu ambao wanaelewana, they know what needs to be done, they know how they're supposed to do it, and all that. So what I can say is that it might be the beginning of a new era for these people. But then, who are they going to work with? That is the question. That who are they going to work with to make sure that they achieve all these things? Like, can they work with Maraga? Can they work with the Raila Odinga? Can they work with Fred Matiang'i? Can they work with Kalonzo? Can they work with Omtata? Who can they work with Gachagua? Who can they work with? You know, of recently, I've not heard Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA talking about Rigathi Gachagua, yet she was a very strong ally of Rigathi Gachagua. She has not talked about Rigathi Gachagua for a very long time. I don't know what she's planning. Maybe they know what they're doing. But one thing I can say that this team, they know what they're doing. Let us just give them time to settle, and then after settling, they will tell us what they have in mind, because they're the people who knows. Like, personally, they know the direction that they're going to take. But from the look of things, I think they want to form their own political party. But will it be like a betrayal? It won't be like a betrayal. We can't say that it is a betrayal. No. Who have they betrayed? They've not betrayed anybody. They're just on their own. They're just doing their own things peacefully, without any problem without having any problem with anybody. After all, guys, that is just my thought, and that is all I have for now. Let me also know what you think at the comment section concerning this issue, and don't forget to subscribe. Until we meet again, I've been your host, Professor Big.